Lately, Swifties have been living in a drought. Taylor and Travis, usually the internet's favorite main characters, have pulled a disappearing act, choosing to spend time in private instead of lighting up public events. No surprise, the fandom is starved, scrolling endlessly, hoping for even a tiny glimpse. So while we twiddle our thumbs waiting for their next public fairy tale moment, let's rewind to a night that truly broke the internet, their unforgettable 2024 Coachella appearance. A night so sweet, chaotic, and romantic, it felt like watching the finale of the best rom-com ever made. It all began when Taylor and Travis arrived hand in hand, immediately sending shockwaves through the crowd. Taylor was rocking a leather jacket and, in the cutest move possible, a New Heights cap. A clear shout-out to Travis and his podcast with his brother Jason. Fans who caught that little Easter egg lost their minds instantly. From the very beginning, it was clear this wasn't just a casual festival date, they were showing up for each other. The festival crowd exploded the moment they appeared. People started shouting her name, "Hi Taylor, hi Taylor," but she barely noticed, too wrapped up in her bubble with Travis. And honestly, it was magical. Travis kept his arms firmly around Taylor's waist the entire night, like she was the most precious thing in the world, and together they blended right into the energy of Coachella, singing, dancing, and living their best lives. Once they got to their spot, the cuteness hit a whole new level. They immediately started dancing and singing along to the music. Travis stood behind her like a loyal bodyguard, but also like a boyfriend who just wanted to keep his girl close. You could see the way he scanned the crowd protectively, but at the same time he was completely lost in her. At one point, Taylor ran into some of her friends and excitedly started introducing Travis around. She was glowing, like genuinely smitten, and he didn't let go of her even once. Wherever Taylor moved, Travis followed, always with one hand resting somewhere, her shoulder, her waist, her back. And then, the internet-breaking moment, a kiss. Right there in front of everyone, Taylor and Travis kissed like it was the ending scene of a Nicholas Sparks movie. Travis even did that shy little smile after, like he couldn't believe he just kissed Taylor Swift in front of hundreds of fans and cameras. And Taylor giggled, leaning even closer to him. You could almost hear hearts exploding all around the festival grounds. As the night went on, they patiently waited for Ice Spice to perform. Taylor was visibly buzzing with excitement because Karma was coming, her song, her moment, and she wanted to dance with Travis like it was the only thing that mattered. The second Ice Spice hit the stage and gave a shout out to Taylor, the entire section turned their heads in Taylor's direction. But she and Travis didn't care. They started dancing, wrapped up in each other like the rest of the world didn't exist. The moment that truly melted everyone? When the lyrics, "Karma is my boyfriend," blasted through the speakers, Travis looked down at Taylor with so much pride and love it almost hurt to watch. He sang the words with her, holding her close, swaying with her, and honestly, every single rom-com scene you've ever loved suddenly felt second-rate. Nearby, even Justin Bieber was spotted bopping along to Karma, but let's be real, all eyes were on Taylor and Travis. Taylor kept sneaking little shy glances up at him, and every time, Travis cradled her head with this massive hand, whispering something that made her smile. There was one adorable moment where he apparently talked about his knee surgery, and she just melted into him like it was the most natural thing ever. Fans couldn't get over how tiny Taylor looked in Travis's arms. Every clip showed Travis either kissing her forehead, cradling her like she was the most precious thing, or singing directly to her face. They weren't just a couple anymore, they were the moment. Later, needing a break from the crazy crowds, they headed up to the sitting area where things got even more intimate. They were practically sitting in each other's laps, kissing, cuddling, and giggling like teenagers. And one of the absolute highlights? When Taylor asked Travis to lift her up so she could see over the crowd, and he picked her up effortlessly, holding her above the chaos like she was Simba in The Lion King. Fans lost it. It was too adorable. Eventually, feeling the weight of being watched by literally everyone, Taylor and Travis moved backstage to a slightly more private area, but sorry guys, the camera still found them. They couldn't hide that kind of star power. Taylor was waiting for Jack Antonoff's band, Bleachers, to perform, and if you know Taylor, you know how much she adores Jack. When the music started, Taylor and Travis started dancing with no inhibitions. Travis even twirled Taylor around like they were the leads in a Broadway musical. At one point, they kissed so deeply it could have given Romeo and Juliet a run for their money. Taylor, she was in her element. She even busted out a few shake-it-off choreography moves, clearly having the time of her life. As Bleachers wrapped up their set, Taylor and Travis clapped and cheered wildly, genuinely looking like they were the happiest people on the planet. And they weren't partying alone. They had the cutest double date going with none other than Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Coogan. Sabrina, fresh off opening for Taylor's Eras Tour dates, looked stunning, and Barry was literally the definition of a smitten boyfriend. The four of them hung out in the crowd, laughing, dancing, and soaking up the music like it was their own private show. Talk about squad goals. Finally, as the night drew to a close, Taylor and Travis made their way out, still hand in hand, and the crowd went absolutely crazy.
Hi, Taylor! Hi, Taylor!
Fans shouted, paparazzi scrambled. Everyone wanted just one more glimpse of the couple that had basically owned Coachella 2024. While Taylor and Travis made headlines for lighting up Coachella with their adorable PDA, behind the scenes they made some very strategic moves to make sure they could enjoy the weekend away from the chaos of the spotlight. A source revealed that before the festival even started, Taylor and Travis had planned on renting a house in the area for the festival's first weekend, clearly signaling that privacy was going to be a huge priority for them. Later reports gave even more insight into their getaway plans. Instead of just picking any ordinary rental, Taylor and Travis secured a spot at the ultra-exclusive Madison Club in La Quinta, California. And honestly, it sounds like the perfect choice. According to the official Madison Club website, the community is described as having quiet neighborhoods of luxury estate residences and elegant villas, offering an air of understated luxury and charm. In other words, it's exactly the kind of peaceful, ultra-private environment that two of the most famous people in the world would need if they wanted a break from flashing cameras and screaming fans. A source later confirmed that privacy was absolutely the #1 reason they chose the Madison Club. They want privacy, so the Madison Club is perfect for them because not just anyone can stay there. The source also added that Taylor and Travis don't want a ton of eyes on them. They want to be able to let their guard down and be comfortable. It makes sense. Coachella is already a high-energy, high-attention event, and if they were going to truly enjoy themselves, they needed somewhere to retreat without feeling like they were on display 24/7. Another major bonus? The Madison Club is located just a short 30-minute drive from the festival grounds. That means Taylor and Travis could easily head into Coachella for the shows they wanted to see, enjoy the performances like regular festival goers, well, almost regular, and then retreat back to their peaceful hideaway afterward. No chaotic hotel lobbies, no awkward run-ins, and no pressure, just total freedom to be themselves. Choosing the Madison Club shows just how seriously Taylor and Travis take creating a normal, comfortable space for their relationship to grow, even in the middle of their insanely public lives. It's clear they're not just about making appearances, they're building something real behind the scenes too, choosing places and moments that allow them to stay grounded amid all the craziness. Their Coachella weekend wasn't just, it was clearly carefully planned to balance public fun with private intimacy. And honestly, it made every adorable moment we saw from them at the festival even sweeter, knowing they had a real home base where they could simply be Taylor and Travis. The next morning, though, reality hit. Taylor had to get back to work because she had just dropped her Tortured Poets Department album. In a raspy, nearly gone voice, she filmed a promo video for Spotify, cheerfully saying, "Hey Spotify, happy release week of the Tortured Poets Department album." It was so obvious she had lost her voice singing and shouting all night. Honestly, it just made the whole night even more iconic. She'd partied so hard with Travis that it took her voice with it.
Hey Spotify, happy release week of the Tortured Poets Department album. Make sure to pre-save the album.
And that week, she also filmed the Fortnite music video, where again, you could hear the rasp in her voice. But you know what? No regrets. That night at Coachella was pure magic, the kind you don't bottle up and save for later.
We are in the first scene of the Tortured Poets Department Fortnite music video. This is basically, in my mind, Post Malone with us today. And so he's gonna be sitting in and typing and...
How do you get a shift?
What the hell?
Went straight to Pence.
I'm buying this right now. This is too much fun.
It's like visual effects that become something else, right? The whiteout will then become an overhead shot of us
Seconds before you do it, and like it makes all the difference. Like we were gonna just be standing there staring at each other.
No, I love it.
You don't see happiness from either of us, and then we come
went
around
nuts.
and find you. You went nuts. Look at that.
And now, as rumors swirl about new songs being written for Travis, because let's be honest, how could she not after that night? Swifties are already gearing up for the next chapter. Because if Coachella was this good, just imagine what Taylor's next love songs will sound like. Coming back to the present, Coachella kicked off with all the usual excitement this past weekend, and naturally Swifties everywhere were hoping to spot Taylor Travis somewhere in the crowd. After all, in 2024 the couple made headlines with their surprise appearance at the festival, even bringing some famous friends along. It was one of those moments that sent fans into a frenzy, seeing Taylor not just attending but truly vibing with the festival crowd. However, this year, things took a very different turn. Instead of showing up at Coachella 2025, Taylor and Travis decided to take it easy and stay out of the spotlight altogether.
Okay. Back up, yo. You gotta wait till everybody's in.
Go Travis! Don't touch your V-neck game!
Jesus.
According to a source, the famous couple has been focusing on something much quieter, enjoying an escape from their busy, high-profile lives. Taylor wrapped up her Monumental Eras tour back in December, a tour that had her traveling the globe for nearly 2 years. Meanwhile, Travis finished his NFL season in February, when his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, heartbreakingly lost the Super Bowl.
Hold up my end of the bargain, right? I mean, if she's out here being the superstar she is, and never taking no for an answer and those things for sure, and you can't say it's not real because we're here, right? So whatever she was doing, I'm sure it helped.
That he brings to the game. The year wasn't spectacular by any stretch of the imagination for him personally.
For her passing and win this Super Bowl in that Chiefs uniform with her initials on their uniform, that's something special.
With both their packed schedules finally slowing down, it's clear the two were in desperate need of some downtime, and they're making the most of it. The insider explained that Taylor and Travis have been relishing this rare window of peace. A lot of their time is spent at home just relaxing, they shared. Despite their fame, they're really just like any other couple. That glimpse into their daily life paints a different picture than what fans usually see. Not glammed up red carpet appearances or on-stage moments, but cozy days at home, enjoying each other's company away from the flashing cameras. This decision to skip Coachella wasn't random. It fits perfectly with the low-key lifestyle they've been embracing since February. This is such a nice escape for them to finally be able to stay out of the limelight for a bit before they eventually have to get out in the public eye again due to their careers, the source added. With Taylor's next album Era on the horizon and Travis's return to football not far away, both of them know that their quiet time together is limited. That's why they've been savoring every second of it. This time away from the spotlight has been so refreshing for Taylor and Travis. They really cherish this time while they can because they know it can't last forever. More importantly, it's given them something that's extremely rare for two of the most recognizable faces in the world, a sense of normalcy. For the first time in a long time, Taylor and Travis are living like a regular couple, going on low-key dates, staying home, and just being together without any public pressure or fanfare. It's a reminder that even in the middle of all their fame, at their core, they're just two people who want to enjoy a real relationship. Interestingly, Travis has been very open in the past about how much they value genuine experiences. After attending Coachella together last year, Travis talked about it on an episode of his podcast New Heights, which he co-hosts with his brother Jason. He gave fans a glimpse into how he and Taylor enjoyed the festival, not from a VIP box or backstage lounge, but right in the pit with the fans. "We like to see it from the fans' perspective," Travis shared, "because I am one. I'm a fan of the music. I'm a fan of live shows. I want to see it from the front of the stage." He even admitted that they probably could have pulled some strings and watched from backstage if they. But for Travis, and clearly for Taylor too, that wasn't the point. It's just that much more of an experience if you're in the pit, man, if you're in the madness with all the fans. "It was awesome though," he said. That little story perfectly captures how Taylor and Travis view these experiences. They don't just want to be seen at events like Coachella, they want to live them, fully and authentically. Given how much they immersed themselves last year, it makes even more sense why they chose to sit out this year. For Taylor and Travis, it wasn't about being seen or making a splash. It was about protecting their bubble of peace and enjoying this rare, beautiful phase of relationship, something they both clearly value just as much as any public moment of fame. That's all for today, folks.